Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Minecraft for Mortals. Not sure if that name's gonna stick, but yeah, that's what we're calling it for now. So, this is my first Minecraft world. That's right, I just started playing Minecraft. Can you believe it? So, I've been playing on this world since about mid-March. It's about the end of March is probably what I would say. And I thought we would start things off like an episode 0 kind of a thing where I just kind of show you around here, and then what we're going to do is we're going to start a new world and a new Let's Play for series for you guys to follow along on. But I wanted to kind of wanted to show people what I've done around here because I'm pretty happy with it. And I'm kind of getting a little bit bored with it because I'm kind of stuck. I'm actually stuck. I don't quite know what to do with myself over here right now, and that's why I kind of want to start something new. So if I'm going to start something new, then I might as well do something with it, like record it and let you guys follow along with it. So let's take a tour. So this is my first house. Let's go outside and you guys can see it. It's actually not my first house. My first. Nope. Never mind. Not going outside just yet. We're gonna have to sleep first, and then we will go do that. Come on, guys. All right. Where'd your buddy go? Did he run downstairs with the villager? All right. Well, whatever. So we're gonna go outside. The first house was just one of those, your standard Minecraft shacks. Oh yeah, down there on the bed. And it was roughly the same spot as this one. I think I ripped that one down in order to build this one, if I remember correctly. Either that or it was just over here a little bit. This actually used to all be water, and I filled it in probably about week 2 because I wanted some more space around here to do stuff on, and then I never did anything on it. It just remained space. But anyway, that was the first house. It's 3 stories. I don't really use it too much anymore, to be honest. This is my mending villager that I cured, and spent probably about an hour re-rolling trade to get a mending trade from him. But anyway, yeah, this is the upstairs. Haven't done too much as far as interiors go, except for up here. Up here I'm actually pretty happy with. This is the potion brewing and enchanting room. And then this is the library where I have all the different enchanting books, or was going to have all the different enchanting books sorted by type, but I just, as you can see, haven't gotten around to it yet. So everything's just kind of, except for the mending, and that's just because it's easy. But yeah, this is the house. Thanks for the chicken, guys. We'll put that away. This is that right there, that's some gold armor my kid made for me one day after I got killed by a creeper. Right after I got my first set of gold I was still wearing iron armor. And I was down caving, got blown up by a creeper, lost all my stuff. So he used all my gold and made me gold armor, and I had to thank him, say thank you very much, and hung it on a armor stand because gold armor is not useful for anything. Anywho, so this is my... Oh, you're following me around right now, aren't you? Come on, bud. Hey, sit. Sit. There. So this is my Kelp Farm. This is one of the more recent builds. Ouch, shouldn't do that. Forgot I don't wear a lighter right now. Let's put that back on. Alright. You can see it tiles back about, I think there's 16 rows of these in total, all the way back, with mine carts going underneath each of them to collect all the stuff out of the hoppers. And then get down into this chest, into a hopper mine cart. When it gets about halfway filled, it goes across the lake. I've tunneled, is a single block deep tunnel. I felt like a miner crawling through there I was hoping to come, I was using my coordinates, hoping to come up out of the water just in the right spot, and I actually made it up into here. See, it comes up through there, around the top, puts all the kelp in the furnaces. That thing keeps it full of fuel, which is bamboo, which is supplied by this zero-tick bamboo farm back here. So it has a comparator on this hopper here that when this hopper gets below this amount, it turns the machine on and it makes bamboo until it fills itself back up. So it's pretty self-sufficient. The only time I had an issue with it was I accidentally reloaded all the chunks somehow, and this whole thing just did tick. It didn't reload. It didn't reload right. So came in here and these hoppers were full of kelp, and these were empty of fuel, and that thing was empty of fuel, and this thing is just rolling around delivering nothing to the furnaces. So it took, maybe 30 minutes of that thing running to refill it and get it caught back up, but all in all, not too bad. That's the only issue I've had with that. And oh no, where am I? Alright, you guys, hang on. Let's get this taken care of there so we can actually walk through water. And then that kelp is used as fuel over here in my furnace smelter. I'd hate to call it a super smelter because it's just a 16 bank furnace room with some blast furnaces over here, but it's an auto smelter. I guess we'll call it that. Basically, you put the stuff you're going to smelt up here, turn that on, delivers everything, and then these are fueled by dried kelp. And those get delivered by these carts back here when they need it. And they haven't really needed it too much because dried kelp is an awesome renewable fuel. And as you can see, I have plenty of it to go around. So this is actually built after that thing, and I'm actually really happy with this building. It's kind of different than the other ones I've been doing. I kind of have the same style or theme throughout this whole area, and it's not intentional. I mean, it started out one way, and then I built my Melon Farm, which is this thing, is at the time the biggest thing I'd ever built. And I just kind of tried to kind of copy the style of the house, thinking, whoever's living here, they're using the same farmer guy. He's going to have the same style for whatever he does. And these have kept me in tons of pumpkins for days, and the sugar cane too. I have tons of villagers to trade with, but it just keeps making more and more stuff. And they're just your standard sugarcane farms. And then if you go up top here, we have the pumpkin and melon farms. And these are pretty simple to do. The mine carts were because, well, I didn't know any better. I figured it'd be the easiest way to get the stuff from here to there, which I guess I could have just done hoppers from here to there, but in my mind it seemed to be saving iron, which was hard to come by at the time, but they work, they do the job. I've had zero issues with this farm except for keeping up with the melons. Could have put a double chest here, but it just, I don't know. I don't like the look of double chests sitting in the ground. Now that we have the barrels just blend in the ground so much better, but they're only half chests, so you have to kind of double them up. This is the overflow, so it kind of makes it a double chest, kind of not. But anyway, that's how that works. And then this thing over here, this is probably, I'm super excited to show you guys this. I just finished this last night. I was sitting there thinking, I got bombed by a creeper again. Played the third time this week. Dive bombed by a creeper. It's because these hills and kind of the surrounding woods are not very well lit. So every now and then during the day, a creeper makes its way in if I haven't slept and kept the mobs from spawning. And then they show up, and you're just, mind your own business. And next thing you know, there's a creeper there, and there's a giant crater in the ground. I haven't died from a creeper, but they have exploded my barn twice, and the tree farm over there that I was building once. So I was gonna go around and put pumpkins in the tops of all these trees, which is a really cool way to hide lighting. And it works really, really well if you just kind of silk touch or shear the leaf off, and then you take the top trunk out and you stick a pumpkin in there and you put the leaves back at night. Everything glows really nice and bright. The only problem is trying to shear a stack of pumpkins means you gotta lay them all out in a row, take your shears, cut them all, and then go back around and pick them all back up. That's a pain in the butt. So I figured there has to be a better way. And I think, guys, I've discovered the better way. And you guys gotta check this out. Whether this thing is useful or not, it is fun to use. I could just stand here all day long. Good thing. This is my pumpkin-o-matic machine here. Alright, so we're gonna turn this on. And it's super, super easy. And when we start our new world, we're gonna probably set this up pretty early because it is very, very low in redstone resources. I think there's a piston and a repeater and redstone dust. That's the basic circuit. I added a dispenser here and this auto composter set up here for all the pumpkin seeds that you get. But basically the way it works is click this twice to get you 2 pumpkins, because you have to have a minimum of 2 pumpkins in your offhand to start out. It doesn't work if you just have one. You have to have a minimum of. You just click that twice, get you 2 pumpkins. And you come over here and you look at this block right here, and you place the pumpkin down and you just go to town. And there you have it. And within a matter of, a minute or two, you can have 2 or 3 stacks of pumpkins sheared up, and there's already 19 there. And it's done. No issues. So you just fill the dispenser, and if you really wanted to go high industrial, you could put a hopper on here with a chest above it filled with pumpkins and just constantly refilling the hopper or the dispenser. And you just stand here all day long and just shear pumpkins and just have a good old time at it. The only issue is the amount of seeds you get from it. So again, you could set up a auto item comparator thing down at the bottom and sort all the seeds out from the pumpkins, I guess. But I was trying to keep it simple, and I was just really happy that worked, because it's the first redstone thing that I just kind of mucked through on my own. Sat down and worked that all out on the grass, and then I moved it over there and made it look kind of pretty. So we'll show you guys how to do that when we get in the next world, because I'm definitely doing that again, because jack-o'-lanterns are really, really handy. They're just kind of a pain to make in large quantities. As you can see, this was from about 3 minutes of carving pumpkins over there the other night. That was just, I couldn't help myself. It's having way too much fun. I have pumpkins in my hand still. Okay. There we go. And yes, I did put mending and unbreaking on my shears. Don't judge me. I got about 1.5 stacks in. My shears were about to break on me, so I was like, something has to happen, because this is going to cost me all my iron. Speaking of iron, it's not in short supply around here. Why can't I fly? Come on, just fly. What? Fine. Fine, we'll climb. I hear a baby zombie somewhere. There's a zombie. Where'd that zombie go? Alright, anyway. I hear you. Up here is Melon Farm. And I gotta tell you, this thing is way more than a single player world could ever possibly need. It's only 2 layers tall. I mean, I only have 2 layers of villagers. I thought about doing a 3rd, but really I could have gotten away with only 1. So I'm going to show you guys. Okay, in the storage room there, I have a double chest full of iron blocks. That has a full row at the top of shulker boxes filled with iron blocks. Stacks of iron blocks. And there's overflow there. And then down here, I had to expand all this deep. And I cleaned this out yesterday. And we are here. I mean, we've gone up, down, and then we're almost halfway full again. And of course, this is composting all the poppies that come out of it. So yeah, this thing produces iron for days. I'm never gonna need iron ever again. That's kind of one of the things. I mean, it's really awesome. It's really great. I like not needing things at the same time. Kind of takes some of the fun out of the game when everything you need is just like right there. There's no issue at all. You have everything you need. So I'll show you the iron storage. I mean, there's all the other iron. I mean, it's just filled. I guess that one's not quite full, but it's filled with iron. And I've been trading a bunch with emeralds, villagers. This is all the gold I've found in the world, other than what I've used to make some powered rails. So I use a lot of powered rails. I guess it's not all of it. I use probably about, quite a bit of gold. But I found a Badlands that has a ton of abandoned mine shafts in it out there. And I just spent a couple days mining gold out that direction. And I came back with a ton of gold. So this is the storage room. This is probably the most massive thing that I came across to build. Started with just this bottom floor, and then I got that done. Put all the chests in. Realized I'm probably gonna need more storage, so I made a second floor. Put all the chests in. Finished up the building. Was super happy with it. Then I started reading about the Nether update and all the new stuff that's coming. I was like, man, I'm going to need more storage because there are more blocks coming, and I know I'm going to want to collect them. So then I had to somehow shoehorn a third story in here. That's why when you look out of the outside, it kind of looks like a building that has had a building added to a building, added to a building. So that's exactly what it is. But I kind of like the way that came out because it kind of fits the farm vibe, because that's the way farm buildings get built. There's a building, and then the farmer needs something, needs more space in that building, and you just add to that building, and then you just add to that building. It becomes this monstrosity of a building. But as far as the style goes, I like it and everything. I'm just tired of doing it, but I don't want to do anything too different over here because then it'll stand out. The one thing that I did do that is different is the tree farm. And it's because I couldn't really think of too much of another way to do it and house everything in here and have it be functional. And I just finished this stupid thing up, and then I had to rebuild it all because I built it out of strip birch initially. And just so you guys know, if you're going to build a tree farm, do not build it out of wood, because when the leaves grow and they stick to the side of the building, the leaves think they're stuck to a tree and they won't decay. So you have to go around and break all the leaves anyways. And if you're using an axe, then that means you're going to end up breaking the wall of their building constantly, and you have to constantly put the wall back together with your axe, or you'll use your axe to break the floor. So basically, build it out of something that an axe won't break, and you'll be good. So I got smooth sandstone instead of strip birch around here now. And I started to do the floor, and I got this whole area of the floor redone, and I started to get over here, and I was just tired of it. And I'm like, okay, I'm done. There are trees that grow over here, so whatever, it works. But this is a mumbo jumbo design, and I never in my life thought I'd tackle a redstone contraption this big. But I thought, what the heck? How hard can it be? And honestly, it wasn't hard. It's just a lot of stuff, a lot of resources. But as you can see, I am not short on that here. So I was able to put this together, get it working, and I can fly through a stack of saplings pretty quickly, and it makes a ton of wood. And then while I'm doing that, I can plant some 4x4s or some acacia or some other trees that don't play well with the machine over here, and they grow up. I can harvest all of them. In the process of all this, I've been able to get a fair amount of wood stockpiled. And you see down below here, just a hopper minecart that constantly runs underneath there while I'm harvesting wood, picking up all the saplings and tree drops and stuff like that, so nothing gets wasted or lost. Sapling storage. So yeah, I think that's, oh, and there's my mushroom barn. Found these guys, found a mushroom island. It is about 20,000 blocks that way. That was the closest one, and I had to cheat and go to Mine Atlas to find this stupid thing. So I have a 5,000 block path on the roof of the Nether to the portal that goes there, and that's a long trek just through the Nether just to get to it. But I did manage to get two of these guys through the portal, and then the two of us walked all 5,000 blocks across the roof of the Nether and into another portal that I set up that brought us back to here. And then I've been breeding them up. No clue what I'm going to do with them, but I love the way these guys look. I think they're just the coolest looking things. It's a red freaking cow with mushrooms on it back. Does it get better than that? No, it doesn't get better than that. But yes, it does get better than that, because the coolest thing I've done so far is give a fox an enchanted diamond sword to kill chickens with. I mean, come on. Come on. How cool is that? And he's doing a heck of a job. This used to be a cooker. This was making cooked chicken with lava coming out of a dispenser and everything. But I don't eat chicken. I eat beef, because beef is probably the best food in Minecraft. So, I mean, I don't know what to do with all this chicken. There's chicken, tons of chicken. I've thrown away a bunch of chicken. So, my butcher buys raw chicken. So, I switched it over to a looting 3 sword and a fox. And he's killing all my chickens, and I'm getting all the raw chicken, and then I'm making emeralds. So he's making me money. He's happily carrying around his bling and doing his thing. And then this is the barn. It's got my sheep in it. Those are just extra sheep. I don't really use them for anything right now. And these are my cows. This used to extend all the way over here. And then yesterday I decided to try this cow crusher thing out. And I gotta be honest with you guys, I'm not super impressed with it. Because I could fill this thing up with cows just by breeding them a few times each, and then kill them with a looting sword, and I would get a ton of leather and beef from them, and it would already be cooked because my sword has flame on it. But this thing, I have to make all kinds of god-awful noise with this stupid thing, and it just doesn't make that much stuff each time you breed them, and then you have to wait to breed them again. I mean, it's a cool idea, I guess, space saving, but honestly, I'm gonna stick with this method here because it seems to me at least, it works better. But I'll show you where my worker sheep are. My working sheep are down here. These are my colored sheep, and they're auto shearing homes. They have been relegated to these glass boxes for a couple months now. They don't seem to mind too much. They got grass to eat. They're happy. They're pretty. Look at you. Aren't you? No, you're blue. You don't like it? Okay, well, nobody asked you. I'm gonna ask this guy down here. What do you think of your new home? You like it down here? Yeah, of course you do. But they ran out of shears, and I don't care because I have a double chest full of each color in the storage room, and each of these is just about full again. So I have more colored wool than I could ever hope to need, and if I need more, I just have to put shears in the color that I will be needing, and it will make more wool than I could ever possibly need. So that's probably about it. From that's it. That's the tour. So probably, like I said, next episode we're going to leave this world behind, and I am going to start a new world, and we are going to do some really cool stuff hopefully in there. And I hope you guys follow along, and I hope you enjoy and stick around, like and subscribe, help me out here. And apologize for video and audio quality. It is what it is right now. I'm trying to get better stuff, but in order to do that, you got to make some money, and that's harder to do nowadays. So like and subscribe, help me out, and stick around. We're gonna do cool things. Till next time, see ya. Get off my line. Bye. Are you still watching? I say go. Bye. Subscribe.